So the other morning I got a very good, whoops, okay, we also have this frost thing happening. There we go. Alright, so we got a very cold freezer here. The other morning I got a very good result with this distilled water in a butter tub. I got a kind of a neat sea urchin effect, and I'm hoping I'm showing that right now. And I didn't get really good video of that, and I only got a few pictures, and so I decided to try to do it again. Now, I had tried it again with just regular tap water, like just through the filter, and it got all cloudy, so I had to try it again with distilled water. And so all three of these are filled with distilled water, and let's see what's in there. So it's proving to be a bit of a challenge to get these things out of their tubs. These, of course, just being regular butter tubs, they came out pretty good because they're not insulated very well. This one's been out the longest. As you can see, we got a lot of cracking. I didn't quite get the sea urchin effect that I got the other morning, but I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing, and I think it may have really started to show after it melted for a while, which seems to be what's happening here. This has been after about 5 minutes, and I'm not sure if I'm going to get it at all on the square one. But now this big cup, this is an insulated cup, so this one's the one that would have frozen the slowest. And I just got it loose in there, and I'm about to pull it out. Let's see what we got. Here we go. Huh. So you can see it's going to lean. Of course, it's still kind of frosted. Only got like one crack in there. But I think this is going to be the neatest one. And by the way, that is the biggest part of the secret, is for it to be clear ice. And of course, I know this isn't completely clear. I'm actually trying to get that effect in there. I'm trying to reproduce that sea urchin thing. This is going to look pretty good in a few minutes. Yeah, that's going to be pretty neat right there. And I've got the camera. I'm about to take some pictures of this. I'll take a lot of pictures and I'll post them all at the end here. Oh yes, but what I was saying, number one, it does have to be distilled water. I've tried this freezing it slowly with tap water or even filtered tap water, and it's still just all cloudy. I saw a YouTube video where a guy was pouring it, or filling the molds straight out of the sink and then freezing it very slowly, and he did get clear ice. All I can say is he's got really, really good water. We don't have really good water. I used completely distilled water from, this is from Walmart, but it, you know, steam distilled there. And that's the other things that it has: micron filtration, ultraviolet light, ozonation. I wonder if the ozonation, I don't know what's forming these little filaments there. If it can focus, the still camera will do much better at this. You see those? I wonder if somebody can explain in the comment section if you can see it's melting in there. And I know my hand isn't very steady. I'm going to try to, of course the still frames will be better, but if I ever do this again, I'll use the tripod. But if somebody can explain what those are, is that oxygen? Or what? But yes, you got to use distilled water, and then you have to freeze it as slowly as possible. And this is proof of it, because these were just butter tubs, barely insulated, and you can see you got the cracking. And then you have the sea urchin in there, sort of. Whereas, you know, if you were looking for completely clear ice, you would want it to be completely clear. And this cup, of course, was insulated. And this is the result there. You still got the sea urchin. This is going to be kind of a neat tree effect because it's so tall. Once it starts to melt the outer layer a little bit, make it nice and clear. But very little cracking. Now, if you really wanted this to be clear, you would want to put it in an insulated cup inside an igloo cooler wrapped in towels. Really make it freeze extremely slowly is the trick there. But yeah, well, I don't know. While I got the video camera going, well, be right back. Here we go. Just going to try to light it up a little bit so that we can see what's going on there. See how close it lets me get. Yeah, looks like I did get the kind of a sea urchin effect again. Not as good as the other morning, though. Another little photography tip, or videography tip. If you're going to be videotaping something really up close without a tripod, make sure you do it before you have your coffee in the morning. That was my big mistake this morning. This one, the tall one, that's really something right there. That's going to look really neat when it starts to melt. If you're at the top, I hope I can capture that because that's looking real neat. See that? And then the cube is really more of a dud. I don't see any of those little... Oh, no, I spoke too soon. They're at the bottom. So on the cube, they go to the bottom for some reason. Put this right on the top. I don't know why that is, but that is basically what I got there. And something else I noticed about distilled water is that it, look at that. Distilled water seems to melt a lot slower, so I'm not even very rushed here to get the pictures because these are going to be here for hours. And so that's enough talking. I think that probably what I'll do now is I'll take about 100 pictures and I'll post the best ones here next. And so that'll be the end of the talking, so I'll say thanks for watching and enjoy the slideshow.